Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy.
Osmin Gain, Crosis. Blood-eyed one, forgive me. Many seasons have turned since I've last had one visitor. Many more have turned since I've had two. My manners have escaped me. You are Fadon, a friend to the Dovahkiin, yes?
Aye. Yes, I am the Dovahkiin's sword and shield. I vowed myself to her. I take that vow quite seriously.
Yes. So's do so's, keth do keth. Drungain slen, lok fen motad. Sovngarde fen rain.
I'm sorry, I don't speak much Dova. Would you mind translating?
Once again I must beg your forgiveness. I speak words from a Kostid, a prophecy. One far more ancient than you, or even I. One perhaps as ancient as Teed. Time itself.
Didn't you say earlier that prophecies are more like guidelines? Kosti Shalo Utak. Wasn't it?
So you do speak the dragon's tongue.
As I don't speak much, not that I speak none.
Spoken like a true Dova. Either way, you were paying attention. Perhaps there is more to the Dovahkal, the dragon's guardian, than meets the eye. You take to our language quickly. Now, does the Dovahkal have a name?
Kaidan. My name is Kaidan.
Tell me then, Kaidan, what else do you know of our tongue?
Not much. Like I said, only a few things I've heard from the Dragonborn. Fus is force, Yul is fire.
But you can, Mendoron, comprehend it, even speak it. Interesting. Kogan. Blessings be upon you, Dovahkiin and Dovahkal. I have much to meditate on. Go now. Fulfill your destinies. We will be seeing each other again soon enough. Ni los Mindak, it is known.
It is known. Parthenax is Dothraki. Okay.
The leader of the Greybeards. A dragon. I can't say I was expecting it, but it's somehow fitting.
Yeah. Ooh, pretty. Time like this, I'm very grateful that I won't take falling damage. Oof. Yee. Wow, someone really... Oof. Hmm. Between Esbern and Arngir, it makes more sense just being here to react to Parthenax and speak to the shouty white dudes.
that the cheese I'm carrying, or do I just need a bath?
You complain if you have cheese, you complain if you don't have cheese. Figure it out.
So, you spoke to Parthenax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout?
No, but he told me how to find out.
Oh, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom.
For about 5 seconds so you change your mind and yell at me. I need the Elder Scroll the Ancients used. Do you know where to find it?
We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
Good thing you live on the top of a mountain.
Wind, guide you.
What? Someone just yelled something.
You can really breathe up here. The air is so fresh and pure.
Well, actually, Kaidan, if we were at this high of an altitude, we'd have trouble breathing. But okay. Leaf rest. Sounds good. So unfortunately, as helpful as the blades and the graybeards can be to help you stop the end of the world, I don't like either of them. But I believe I respect Parthenax for essentially
Ha! Look at that.
hanging out at the throat of the world for centuries.
Wow.
I'm kind of cute. So I, out of all of them,
Guess what I'm wearing, little dragon? That smile you gave me.
aw, I respect. I mean, Delphine has hustle, but she's just so unpleasant. Esbert is just kind of a lovable nerd. Parthenax is more strategy and wisdom. Gotta wonder what Parthenax ate for, like, how long. Like, that's a big dragon. What does he eat? He can't go hunting. So he has to live on, like, baby goats or something. I don't even know. He has to, nobody's ever seen him. That mountain is, like, covered in people. But, so how do the animals that he eats.
Who's a good dog? It's you! It's you, you're a good dog!
That is actually more important than lore trivia. But, yeah, so I wonder about that. That is one hungry dragon. It makes me respect him even more. I don't know how much dragons have to eat, but... Okay, so I did something relatively reckless, but as a result, I can do this. I went in and I changed the immersive interactions mod, updated it mid-game. I do not recommend that you do that, but since it was already a pre-existing mod loadout and just an update, I took the chance. I'm going to add Ironclaw to the small pet list of animals I can pet. Put myself into third person here so I can look on my shoulder. And the little dude's not going to climb the stairs anymore. Alright, I think I could probably do it here. Come on, sweetie.
What are we doing tonight?
It's an awkward angle, but it's an angle. So you see the option for me to pet comes up as I hit the shift key. And then I have the animation for petting him. So I've added, I can do the same for Miko. And it's so cute. Yeah, I do that a lot. The animation doesn't always line up, but it's more than I had before. So that is awesome, and I will be petting more animals instead of pretending to pet animals and wishing I could pet animals. I will show you. I also added the...
They say all I have is my sword. I scoffed at
I'm going to
the
run away
silver
from him
moon.
while he's singing that. It's just as silly.
But I really have to. And when
Oh,
you see
you
it,
followed me,
you will be
didn't you?
floored.
Yeah, that's what happens. Okay. I added the autocell, P.E.K.K.A.'s autocell. So I'm going to load the book. It is a spell book. You can pick it up upstairs in a room in the Bannered Mare. But I'm just going to load it. If I can find it. Apparently I can't spell. Book. Spell tome, access chest, and autocell stuff. Okay, so to activate the mod, you either go pick up the book and you physically go to the chest if you want to do that role-playing, or you load it like I did. I usually load this at the beginning of my playthrough. This is the first time in a while that I haven't, and I'm never letting it go again. Because the way that it works is unique. There are other chests where you can just put stuff in and sell it, or my my Shadow Merchant is very convenient, but once you stop trying to get skill, once your speech is up, this makes it so much easier. So,
As much as I...
to demonstrate, I'll show you. So I've got 3 blade swords here. I'm going to put one in, so I've still got 2 left in my inventory. When I close this box, yeah, it says, you did manage to auto-sell your items for 700 septum. So there is no physical box, it's just a spell you cast and a menu. Go back to my inventory, there's still 1 blade sword in there, so it will keep track of whether or not I further loot blade swords, and when I open this menu, it will sell all of them. That is awesome. There is a recommendation from the mod creator to not try to sell enchanted things. So I'm going to sell those separately, but I can put in Forsworn axes, Forsworn swords, and I can just do this maintenance every now and again. and it will be I mean, otherwise, my inventory is insane. So this will make buying and selling much easier. I still need to go to um, the gallery to display a bunch of stuff, so I'm not going to do all of it right now. But I'm hungry. And sleepy. But first, I'm going to talk to Kaidan.
What's that look in your eyes, little dragon?
Any idea where we might find an Elder Scroll?
Oh, yeah. Bellathor has them in stock sometimes.
You're choosing now to develop a sense of humor?
Alright. So my timing needs work.
No, it's perfect.
The Elder Scrolls vanished from the White Gold Tower 25 years ago. I don't know if anyone's figured out the how or why yet. But I'd place my bets on the College of Winterhold having some information on them.
Kaidan, are you really wearing... I mean, is that an amulet of Mara?
You sound surprised, Dragonborn. Did you think you were the only one who might be interested in someone?
No, didn't mean that. Just, didn't think you'd get hit by that arrow.
I can't say I did either. Guess I just realised it'd depend on who was holding the bow.
Gosh, I wonder who it is. Oh, does that mean you're wearing it for someone special, then?
Aye, it might be. Although I'm starting to think it might not be that apparent to the one in question.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot. Let's rest here.
It's good to be back home. Keep smiling at me like that, my love, and I'll say yes to anything you ask.
Any thoughts?
Me? I'm just over here minding my own business and looking at your arse. Same as I always do.
Good to know. I have a book you might like.
Looks like a good read. Here, fair trade?
I found a copy of Beggar if you want it.
This is a good series. I'll keep an eye out for other volumes. Thank you. Here, I've got something for you too.
Let's talk.
Alright?
How you doing, Kai?
With you, I feel more alive than I ever have.
I'm sorry I get you into such dangerous situations. I really don't mean to attract trouble.
I'd walk through the fires of oblivion as long as I knew you were waiting for me on the other side.
Oh.
Alright.
Unlike me, who can't really play
You look
Oblivion
weary.
because all of the gates make me sad. Let's talk.
Yes, my love?
Do you think someone will write stories about us someday? Our adventures?
We're all stories in the end. Let's just make it a good one, eh?
Yeah. Let's talk.
My lovely lady.
When did you fall in love with me?
I never knew what I wanted from a woman until I saw you. I'm here if you need me. Yes, my love.
Let's talk.
Yes, darling.
I'm so glad we're together, Kaidan. I still can't believe how lucky I am to have you in my life.
Honestly, I never thought I'd lose myself so deep inside you. You've bewitched me. Any time and place that I can have you in my arms will always be the right fucking time and place.
Gonna risk it, folks. Aw, yay. Yay, it isn't horrible. Aw, you guys. I'm happy that your animations line up.
How are you, sweetheart?
Let's talk.
Hey, sweetheart.
Kaidan,
Hey, what's that look in your eyes?
ooh, I want you.
Love, I am covered in the blood of your enemies. Let me get cleaned up, eh? You look like you belong on the plane of Aetherius, and I don't want you to get dirty.
I don't mind. I like getting dirty with you.
Oh, you are making it very hard for me to think straight right now.
It's fun, right? Then don't. Come with me.
A bath. Let's find a bath first. You can help me clean it. Oh, is that Draugr in it? Are those brains?
Yeah. Okay, a bath, then bed.
Well, I'm not sure we'll make it as far as the bed at this rate.
Aw, she's so happy.
That's my lass.
Let's talk.
All right.
You look like you have something on your mind.
Every time we are alone, I want to do things that, well,
What were you going to say? I might just let you.
well, let's go into the bedroom. I'll make your toes curl, all right?
Sounds good. I need you.
I'm feeling a mighty bit of thirst.
Okay. Yay. Okay. They're having a good night. I'm happy for them.
Oh, Dragonborn.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Hmm?
Would you read from this book to me?
Another one? Alright. Alright, give it here.
He started it, so I'm going to give him Kaguti mating habits.
By the 9. Oh, here we go again. Well, at least this one doesn't have its pages stuck together. Observations made on wild Kaguti in the southeastern Morrowind. Kaguti do not seem to travel in large packs as previously believed. Perhaps they group together into larger packs when mating season is imminent. Ha! More the merrier. Females seem to be the dominant sex. Males will bring gifts of food in exchange for mating advantage. So what's your favourite food? Yeah, sorry, my mind went elsewhere. Now,
Yeah, I'm the one that
where
give
was
you a
I?
lot of cheese, man.
Loud vocalizations exchanged, believed to be from males, especially at night. Fascinating.
No, don't do that.
Is it up near?
No, it isn't.
No, never mind.
No, it got
Males
much
do
colder
not
after
seem
that.
to engage in physical confrontation for reproductive rights. Some posturing, but no conflict. All Kaguti display increased aggressiveness during mating. Would you fancy a taste of my aggression, eh? I can do great vocalizations too, if that's what you want. Although I'd rather hear yours.
Yeah, totally worth it. Okay. Let's mark the goodie. Mating habits is red. And I will try to remember to put it on his bookshelf. Now, it is time for bed. Silly people need lots of rest.
You alright there, lass?
You're staring at me and smiling again. My hair a mess or something?
No, darling. But I'm thinking when I get through with you, it definitely will be.
I'm not going to say incorrigible. It just makes me sound like a fainting 18th century maiden, and I don't think it suits the Dragonborn. So I'm going to say you are absolutely that word.
Think you mean incorrigible, love? And yes, I am. So very, very incorrigible. In fact, I'd like to hear you encourage me all night long.
Come on, let's go.
Away, pet.
So cute.
What's the point in having a bucket if you're not going to shit in it?
You know what? I have absolutely got to sell my buckets, like, immediately. I'm so tired of hearing that. Okay. So, first thing going in right now are my buckets. Yeah, we're selling these. There's no need to be crude, Kaidan. Come on. All right. Let's see. Ooh, I'm better at sneak. Yay! Sneak attacks with bows now do 3 times damage. Yeah. I don't think Ordinator gives that big of a bonus. I think Ordinator really focuses on other skills and other abilities. But I still like a lot of the vanilla skills, so... Look how beautiful. What time of day is it? 17th Rain's Hand, 8 almost 8, so it's a sunset. And we're halfway through the second month. Okay, wow. Oh, look at the moon. Beautiful. Hello.
You know, I've come to enjoy your company on the road. The view is always finer from back here.
I am so glad. Alright. Learn the location of the Elder Scroll. We are headed to Winterhold, which we've already opened up. We've already got a home. That's convenient. We can start this up. And I will absolutely pass the persuade check to get in. Don't gotta cast a spell like a scrub.
Your lips look cold. Should I warm them up a bit?
I'd like that.
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much...
Hey, beer no.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you?
Yeah, got any claws? You get much business way up here?
Very funny.
I'm
I'm
hilarious.
sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top.
You said something about a bad deal?
Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk.
What was the story?
Some line about this clothing in Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what.
Didn't you know that before you, bought it? Anyway, I could look into it for you.
I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and
50
then it's your
gold?
problem.
It's a lot. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I'll take that cloth for 50 gold.
Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it?
Yep.
But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you?
Sure.
Everything's in order.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Why are you out here? I mean, it's fucking cold.
I am here to
And I
assist
took all your
those
hats
seeking
away.
the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
Do you think she's out here because she's the only one that can make, she has to make destruction fire and she can keep herself warm? May I enter the college?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Oh, that's my dog. He's not dead. He's fine. I seek the knowledge of the Elder Scrolls.
Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does
Wow.
not come easily,
That's
and can
beady.
destroy those without a strong will.
He's
It
arguing
would
with
seem
his
that
own
the
nose.
college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside.
Well,
Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with
probably
magic.
shouldn't tell you because you
A
probably
small
wouldn't let me in.
test, if you will.
I think we both know I'll succeed here.
You know, I think you're right.
Do you?
I think you'll be a superb addition to the college.
Thank you, Veralda.
Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I never follow her. I just, go do the thing.
There it is again.
The fucking smile. I'll never get enough of it.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind it.
The Great Collapse was
You may be
decades
used to
ago.
the Empire bowing to
Fix
your
that
every
damn
whim,
bridge
but I'm
already.
afraid you'll
Well,
find
I'll
that
tell you,
Balmor
Kaidan.
received no such treatment here.
I tried fixing the bridge,
You are a guest
and
of
I
the
can
college,
fix
here
the
at
bridge.
pleasure
There's a
of the
mod,
Archmage.
2 mods.
I hope you
I have the-
appreciate the
I
opportunity.
have the
Yes, of
mod,
course.
the
Archmage
inner,
has my
what is it?
voice.
Immersive
Very
College of
good.
Winterhold, which will
Then
fix
we're
the
done.
bridge. And then there's another mod that will fix the bridge.
Imagine
But
how
if
this
you have
city was in its golden
seasons,
years.
You
Now
can't
they
fix the
can't even be
bridge.
bothered to clear away the rubble.
Welcome to the college.
I was told to come see you.
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes.
No, I like my
I'll give you a
current
brief tour,
clothes.
and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
Sure. I'd love to have a look around.
Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a
This is the
fixture in
least
Skyrim for
necessary
thousands of years.
tour in
The
history.
prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements.
Mhm.
It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general
Is
meetings.
it now?
The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that.
Wow.
While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus,
Yeah, let's
I
use
run
that
the
word.
day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had
Let's
to implement
walk
more
as slowly
stringent entry
as we
procedures
can.
due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared.
I'm gonna pet my cat. Because I can. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to be in.
I'll just be back here enjoying the view.
Why am I walking? Huh. Oh well, she's walking slow. I'll walk slow. Has to be something with that animation.
Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment.
Yeah,
I'll ask
okay.
that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on...
Hey, everybody out of the way. Okay, I'm not gonna be walking forever. It's the caps lock button.
Turned around and let me see that beautiful scene.
Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
And if somebody watching doesn't know, if you start the game, same with Oblivion, you can
Never thought I'd
join
find myself
one of the
within these
guilds
walls.
and have a
This
place
place
to
is more
sleep,
impressive than the Blue
which is
Palace.
nice. And you get early access to crafting stations, and I have player homes, so of course I never sleep in that bed anymore, but I used to.
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
Really like that animated statue of Shalador. Very cool.
Yes, my lord.
You're staring at me and smiling again. Is my hair a mess or something?
No, darling. But I'm thinking when I get through with you, it definitely will be.
That would be way more fun than what I'm actually doing.
Was that all you needed?
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members...
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying,
As I said,
the
Project
first thing to
Jacajay
understand is that
changes
magic
the
is, by its very nature,
scale of some of the
volatile and
Khajiit.
dangerous.
I don't know why it
Unless
makes
you can control
J'zargo
it
so
very much.
very little.
And will destroy you.
But it makes
Sir, I
J'zargo
think we all
so very
understand
little.
it very well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
I think we should learn something practical.
Is that so?
Yeah.
See, she agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
Yeah, why don't you actually show us something?
Let's settle down.
I never
I
use
suppose
words.
we
Never.
Can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
I already know it, and I already know how to use it.
Well, then this should be no problem at all for you.
It won't, except you are
Now,
going to tell me to
if
do
you
it, and then I'm going to
just
use up my
stand
mana,
right
and then you're going to tell me to do it again.
I'll cast a spell at
Let's
you,
see if we can get this
and
right
you
the first
block it
time,
with
huh?
the ward. Here we go.
Sure.
Over there, please. Just
Yeah,
opposite
I'm
me.
already
Wouldn't want
there.
Anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up.
Don't actually cast it. Okay, now, all right.
You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh my God.
Over there, please.
I'm
just opposite me.
doing
Wouldn't
it.
want anyone else in the way. Hold still.
Ugh.
Excellent work. Well, I
I'm
think
out of
this
mana
is
waiting
an
for that dude to
excellent
tell you to
start.
be careful.
I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not going to be fully exploring the college. We're going to continue on the main quest, go after the Elder Scroll. There's a lot of content here. So we'll be, instead of getting sidetracked, we're just going to go ahead and keep moving.
Your classes weren't really what I was expecting. Tolfdir talking about caution and control. And what was it? Wards and that. I figured lessons might be more about
Soul stealing and blowing things up?
the long and short of it. Yeah. That's Bobby's lessons 2 and 3.
We're headed for the Sarthal excavation soon.
Sarthal, the first city established by men in Tamriel. I can't believe they actually found it.
Could be dangerous. There wouldn't be a problem with you coming along as backup.
I suppose you'll need someone watching your back while you're studying rocks and rifling through bones. Could be a lot of Draugr buried down there after all.
Yeah, if they were buried, it wouldn't be a problem. It's just sticking them in the walls where they could step out. You want to go see it, don't you?
Well, it's not the first ruin we've delved into. Who knows what was left behind there?
Alright, usually it's nighttime. Beautiful sky. It's nighttime, so we're gonna have to wake up the grumpy orc.
Need something?
I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand girl?
Of course I do. Do you have one here?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
Yeah, well, if there were a quest for that, it'd probably just take me 2 hours or so. I need to find one, and I was told you could help.
I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
I may be stationed at the College of Winterhold.
Okay. So he's gonna need to head to the library, and we'll go there first.
You might report me to the Dominion, but who's to say you'll be alive by the time the letter reaches them?
Is he threatening on Kano?
Fine, return to your business.
That's awesome. You go, baby. We hate him. Okay, this is... And this bed shouldn't be here. See that? There's one more thing. You're not a handcart, and you are very pretty. But you don't belong here. Thank you. Alright. Yes. Mods can be buggy. Hey, buddy.
They're cold this far north.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still
some of the weird suit to keep you warm.
I really love the Immersive College of Winterhold's Arcanium. It's just beautiful. Look at that. It's really lovely. Examine orrery. Some of these items, when you examine them, they will actually give you experience. The plaque reads, proposed model of Mundus, derived from astrological data collected at the Imperial Orrery by Wizard Bothiel, 3E 434, enchanted by Wizard Delmar, 3E 435. Yeah, cool. Map. Examine artifacts collection. These materials are being used for study. I better not touch them. Yeah, that sounds like me. But if you see, I got plus 50 enchanting experience. So you can get experience by...
I scoffed at the silly old note. You can talk yourself blue, but I really have two, and when you see it, you'll be floored.
In a library, Kaidan. Examine seashell. An ornate iridescent seashell from the Somerset Isles. The surface seems at once translucent and opaque. So, illusion experience plus 50. You could go around and examine stuff, get some experience. It's just, again, it's an immersive place. Hey. Okay, right now I'm really only going to pick up the purple stuff that starts quests. 10 Suns Height. I have arrived at the College of Winterhold, who have generously allowed a fellow academic to make use of their vast library. A good thing, as even in the short ride from Sivdor's respite north of Windhelm, I feel chilled down to my very bones. I now search for the means to gain entrance to Sivdor's tomb, using the faint inscriptions found near the entrance. My objectives are to discover where Sivdor's amulet might be found, as well as the burial site of Sivdor's nemesis, Malgrathi. I shall start with texts on the ancient Nord heroes and work backwards from there. 13 Suns Height. No luck thus far. Discouraging, but I will not despair. The answer lies in these walls. Somewhere. 14 Suns Height. A breakthrough! It has been recorded that Sivdor's amulet has traditionally been passed down from father to son for generations. If my tracing of the lineages is correct, the current living descendants of Sivdor are the Battleborns, a clan that resides in the city of Whiterun. If this is true, then Sivdor's amulet is likely possessed by the youngest Battleborn son, one Lars Battleborn. I must inquire with them. 19 Suns Height. Details are sparse, but Malgrathi appears to have once been an influential priest of the dragon cult. He seems to have slain Sivdor's brother over rightful ownership of the silver mine. He is said to have been laid to rest in Shroud Hearth Barrow near Iverstead. I will now return to Sivdor's respite, take some additional notes, and then travel east to Windhelm, where a few good sellswords might be found that can help me with this treacherous undertaking. Okay, normally I would steal every single book, but the reality is, right now I've got a ton...
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly.
I'm just explaining how I'm not gonna. Yeah. But right now I've got a ton of books in my inventory that I haven't read yet, and obviously that I can track down
Here
stuff
you go.
later.
Try not to spill anything on them.
Okay. Read Soren's journal. Journal of Soren Harrickson, Wildlife Scholar. 14th of Rain's Hand, 4E201. In my duty to document all living creatures in Skyrim, the long-lost unicorn has never been far from my mind. It is said that long ago, the very last of its kind was sacrificed to her scene. Oh, you guys are assholes. However, rumors of sightings in Tamriel have surfaced in recent times. Indeed, when these claims echo most from the taverns in the late hours, one can wonder at the validity of such claims. I've chronicled the habits of mudcrabs and rabbits long enough. This old man is quite ready for something a little more interesting. 3rd of 2nd Seed, 4E201. I've spoken with several hunters who swear by the divines that they have seen a unicorn during their travels. All have tried to approach it for a closer look or to take it as a prize, but it has evaded them all. I continued my research with skepticism. If this is indeed true, how could this be? Was the last unicorn not truly the last, or is some other force at work? 18th of 2nd Seed, 4E201. While studying the mating habits of salmon is certainly enlightening, I have become quite obsessed with my pursuit of the elusive unicorn. I spoke with a hostler who said that during one of his horse-taming expeditions, he too saw something that closely resembled the fabled unicorn, though he was unsure. He is a man okay, I'm going to paraphrase. He is a man of great integrity, so I took his word in good faith. I decided then to speak with Tolfdir at the College of Winterhold. Being a wise man with deep knowledge of such things, I hoped he might have some insight. I was correct in my assumption. According to Tolfdir, the Sigic Order have appeared from time to time throughout history to assist with situations they believe are extremely important. While he cannot personally say for certain, he believes they may have intervened after the last unicorn was sacrificed, transporting another through time in order to set right what they believed was a wrongdoing. Seems like a really bad plan. If you want more unicorns, you need 2. But, okay. I am more motivated than ever to see this creature with my own 2 eyes. 24th of 2nd Seed, 4E201. The last sighting of the unicorn was rumored to be in a dense forest area near Riften. As old as I am, an energy filled my bones that I haven't felt since I was a young man. I hiked up the ridge of the mountains there and set up a very small camp. I was cautious to not set any fires and make much noise, lest I scare it away. After waiting 2 nights, through this morning's early fog, I finally saw the majestic creature for the first time. I still cannot believe my own 2 eyes. It lingered long enough for me to see it clearly, its brilliant coat and distinct horns shimmering in the morning light. I watched its movements for nearly 30 minutes, enough time to draw a rough depiction for my library. This is absolutely the crowning achievement of my scholarly life. I've decided to turn this information over to the College of Winterhold rather than publish it to the general population. I would like to ensure this creature remains protected, and I believe they are the most capable of such a task. Oh, for God's sake, half of the people here would happily sacrifice that unicorn to a Daedra.
Who's a good boy?
Or use it for experiments.
You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
Okay, telekinesis arrows, which I have never learned to use. Don't expect that's going to change. Read Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. By Septimus Cygnus, College of Winterhold. Imagine living beneath the waves with a strong-sided blessing of most excellent fabric. Holding the fabric over your gills, you would begin to breathe, drink its warp and weft. Though the plant matter fibers imbue your soul, the wretched plankton would pollute the cloth until it stank to heavens of prophecy. This is one manner in which the scrolls first come to pass. But are we the sea, or the breather, or the fabric? Or are we the breath itself? Can we flow through the scrolls as knowledge flows through, being the water? Or are we the stuck morass of sea filth that gathers on the edge? Imagine again, this time, but different. A bird cresting the wind is lifted by a gust and down by a stone, but the stone came from above, if the bird is upside down. Where then did the gust come from? And which direction? Did the gods send either? Or has the bird decreed their presence by her own mind-making? The all-sight of the scrolls makes a turning of the mind such that relative positions are absolute in their primacy. I ask you again to imagine for me. This time you are beneath the ground, a tiny acorn planted by some well-meaning elf maiden of the woodlands for her pleasure. You wish to grow, but fear what you may become, so you push off the water, the dirt, the sun to stay in your hole. But it is in the very pushing that you become free. In spite of yourself. How did that happen? The acorn is a kind of tree egg in this instance, and the knowledge is water and sun. We are the chicken inside the egg, but also the dirt. The knowledge from the scrolls is what we push against to become full-sighted ourselves. One final imagining before your mind closes from the shock of ever-knowing. It's not a shock, it's just, these are very, very mangled egg, acorn, plankton things. You are now a flame burning, bright blue within a vast emptiness. In time, you see your brothers and sisters burnings of their own in the distance and along your side. A sea of pinpoints, a constellation of memories. Each burns bright, then flickers. Then two more take its place, but not forever, lest the void fills with rancid light that sucks the thought. Rancid light. Wow. Each of our minds is actually the emptiness, and the learnings of the scrolls are the pinpoints. Without their stabbing light, my consciousness would be as a vast nothingness. Unknowing its emptiness as a void is unknowing of itself. But the burnings are dangerous, and must be carefully tended and minded and brought to themselves and spread to their siblings. Considering my father is Sheogorath, I kind of got that. I understood that. Most of it. I just think it's bad writing. He's not insane. He's just, just can't really express himself well, yes?
That's the face I fell in love with.
Hey, honey. Okay.
What's next?
I check with him to see if he has anything new to say, but he doesn't always. Beautiful sky. It's snowing. Yeah, if you are gonna... Oh, I have to ask Urak, right? Let's see, this, like...
Stay close.
Yeah, it's cold. So I'm gonna have to run into the icy northern wastes. These kind of quests are the sort that do not appreciate survival mode. I'll be fine, but if you go pure Creation Club survival, you're gonna die. So I haven't put a lot of warmth on my gear, but I do have a mod for craftable skull furs, which you use bear pelts to make. And so that can be immersive. I can hunt bears and make my own warm gear. Kaidan's cloak helps. So even if you're going higher difficulty in survival, fur armor, and you can pick a lot of that up early game from bandits, and you can craft it.
You are a good
very
boy,
helpful.
Miko.
This Ruminations book is incomprehensible.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Where did he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Alright. Septimus Sigmus is north of the college, though it looks like the marker's off. I think I can just jump.
Watch that a mud crab doesn't nip you on the arse, mind.
Yeah, get used to that sound if you're playing survival in the winter at night. Going off to see Septimus Sigmus. For some reason my quest marker is a little off. Yeah, the game doesn't necessarily like it when you jump off things. Yeah, his cave is straight ahead, but the quest marker is... Yeah. Alright. Oh, we have to kill a Horker for Kaidan. Normally I would run away from Horkers, but we know he likes Horker meat. He would be sad if I let that bounty go. If they weren't aggro, I wouldn't do it, but these guys started it.
Oh, jumped out of my chest, that fight. I don't know what I'd fucking do if
Oh, that's a Horker fleeing. Oh, sweetie. There you go, honey. It's for you. Yeah. You can even stay here if you want while I go talk to the crazy guy. Have fire, have a sandwich. I'll be back. These I really like. This is the animated ice flows mod. These are animated and they float. They're just gorgeous. So yeah, you can stand. Alright. Looks like more Horker. But it's very cool. You can stand on solid ice and watch these, you know, rise and fall. I think that's very cool. Just one little immersive detail. Take in the glorious sky and clouds and the Shrine of Azura back there. You can see the statue. Beautiful. So it's like Kaidan Christmas. It's got like 4 Horker bodies to dress and make sandwiches from.
What would possess a man to live here of all places? I'm freezing my ears off.
I'm going to assume these books are all relatively rare and important. Ironically, now that I'm valuing... Normally I just open them and read them immediately. Ironically, now that I'm valuing books more for
Your
their
lips look cold, should I?
unique experiences,
warm them up a
I'm
bit?
stealing more of them because my auto-looter doesn't recognize that I already have a red copy.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
I heard you know about Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them, or so they think. The ones they saw. The ones they thought they saw. I know of one. Forgotten. Sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp.
Are you all right?
Oh, I am well. I will be well. Well to be within the will inside the walls.
Okay, sweetie. So where is the scroll?
Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
Can you help me get the Elder Scroll or not? The second option is don't make me hurt you, but she knows the ways of crazy people, and she doesn't actually blame a crazy person for being crazy unless, he has clearly been affected by, the addiction to knowledge. She understands addiction, she understands insanity, she understands that they blur and cross, and some things that began as choices may no longer be.
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
What do you want?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept.
Where is this Black Reach?
Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mzark. Ovtand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
How do I get in?
2 things I have for you. 2 shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mzark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
I actually kind of like Septimus, and I just noticed he's not a generic voice actor. He's a unique voice actor, which is unusual. I wouldn't mind him following behind, giving me poetry and crazy. Kind of makes me miss home.
I hope you know what Septimus was banging on about, because I don't speak lunatic.
Oh, I do. We're good. Oh, wow. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Alright, before we go any further in this, I'm going to fix Kaidan's quest, and I'm just gonna look at the eyes for a bit. Fix Kaidan's quest, and also, I am aware that the next time I go to the Legacy of the Dragonborn gallery, there will be an event. So if I put that off, it's just going to make things, more
That
Legacy
cave
of the
could make
Dragonborn
good
centric
shelter,
later. We're gonna have to.
provided we
The
clear out
quests are gonna
whatever's
pile up.
inside.
Oh, I am freezing. Okay, so Legacy of the Dragonborn. I need to get into the Dragonborn gallery. I could go the back way because I need to get into the guild house to get Kaidan's talisman. But I'm going to just move forward and walk into the gallery as though I were normally going to. I know what's going to happen. Even Saleya kind of knows what's going to happen, but she's going to forget that these things can happen. So the Legacy of the Dragonborn, events really take precedence when they happen. In a role-play sense, they become very immediate, and many of them, it's not a good idea to come back and do them later, just in a role-play sense. So we're going to talk to Avram. What in Oblivion happened here?
I'm so sorry. The museum has been robbed, and I'm afraid that I am at least partly to blame.
You better start explaining.
Yes. You see, I haven't been exactly completely forthcoming with you about my past. And sadly, it has caught up with me. Before coming here, to Skyrim, I was part of a group of brigands back in Hammerfell who operated in western Bangorai. One day we were on a job. We were posing as guards for a caravan destined for High Rock, planning to turn on it when we reached the wastes. Only, when we got there, we were ambushed. The entire job was a ploy to catch us and put an end to our banditry once and for all. That's how I lost my eye. Only a few of us escaped and fled into the hills of Dragontail Mountains. Bleeding and alone, I still to this day don't know how I survived up there. I was found just outside of Heldorn by a missionary who took me in and nursed me back to health. I swore to Tohwaka right then and there that I would turn my life around and live a just and honest life from that day forward. So, I left it all behind and came here to Skyrim to start again. But, it seems that those from my past have followed me here. I tried to fight them off, but they knocked out poor Orien and overpowered me and the other guards. They tied me up and made off with everything. I suppose they left me alive in hopes of me taking the fall for the robbery. I suppose it would be appropriate, given my failure.
You aren't getting off that easy. You are going to help me get it back.
You mean, after all my failings, you are willing to allow me to help you? I believe I may have some ideas of where they went. There were a few jobs we had which brought us into Skyrim, and we had a couple of small holdouts back in the day. I would think that a good place to start would be Windcaller's Pass. It's a collapsed cave that once ran through the great mountain where we would hold up when the heat got too hot. It's remote enough that we would lay low if needed, and stash loot there before gathering up and departing for Hammerfell.
Let's get going then.
Excellent. You won't be disappointed. I'll redeem myself yet.
Yeah, unless you're a terribly suspicious person, at least to my thinking, a guy and his ropes are off. You see right there, he's just sitting there in despair. Hey, Kaidan, you want to be tied up? Oh, let's see if I can actually sit on his lap.
Everything all right? You seem a bit distracted.
Is there room there for me?
Come here, you.
And that's unfortunate. But yeah, you can... Yeah, that's a shame. Okay, we're getting up now. There is essentially no reason to doubt this guy. Okay, if you think about it logically, he's untied, he's sad, he's still there. If his purpose was to steal anything, he'd be gone. Why would he stay? And if his long game is like, I'm going to get them to trust me and then I'm going to steal everything again in like a couple of years. Okay, man, that is some serious hustle. You probably, deserve it. Okay.
Yes?
Are you doing all right?
Thank you for asking. I'll be fine, I'm just a bit shaken. I'm more worried about the state of the museum. Such a horrible state we've been left in.
Oh, Orion's sad face.
Be careful out there.
It always makes me think of Tiger
What?
King.
Everything was stolen? We need to take care of this.
Yeah, we do. I will never recover financially from this. Yeah, dead museum guards. And everything's locked off, so you can't, these doors are locked. There's nothing to do.
Back's hurting a bit. Maybe you'll give me a massage later on.
Okay, that's the thing, you don't really leave Avram sitting there. You could tell him, hey, wait a minute, I'll be back. But he's going to follow you until this is done. So, you might as well. So again, she's tired, but no rest. No rest anytime soon. She can go get a nap at Tundra Homestead. But yeah, all of these catastrophes at the gallery, just always like, really? Now I was gonna do something. Look how beautiful. It's so pretty. So it's sort of like with the Gildergreen, you're given Maurice Chandrel as a follower, and he's not leaving. He's also not contributing, and he's not doing anything. And it's not really fun to have these guys hang out. Imagine Avram is not in a great
Who's a
mood.
good dog? It's you. It's you. You're a good dog.
Hey.
You're dead.
Sometimes I think that with survival, I should just stay inside. And sometimes survival can force you to do that. If the nights are too dark, if they're too cold. But God, traveling at night is such a beautiful thing to do in this game.
Skyrim is a wild and fierce land. There is beauty here as well, though.
Yeah, I really like traveling at night. I love the skies. So again, survival light.
You will not walk away alive when my blade is unsheathed.
Because, yeah, that would have just killed me on a survival thing. Submerged in cold water on a freezing night. I do have the Lux lighting mod, and I do take the option for brighter lighting templates, so that makes it possible to do more traveling at night. Wow, that wolf is like the size of my horse. Oh my god, there are my boobs from the inside. That is new. Wow, let's hope that doesn't happen again. I am stuck. Okay. Let's see if riding Ambar fixes my... Thank goodness. Wow, that happened. I am not unstuck. Yes. Alright. Well, when I'm in first person, I don't really notice. But I see a reload coming some... Those are idiots. Really? You make me run all the way back up that hill again, aren't you? Well, I'm going to be porting very soon. We'll see if porting changes my animation. Oh, now I'm invisible. Alright, well I might have to be backing up, but let's see. Sometimes using something can fix your animation. Although in this case, not. Let's see if the Lover Stone can fix it. No, I am bugged. Yeah. I think there's a dragon, guys.
You really don't wanna fuck with me! Die!
Good riddance.
Okay, I have one more possibility that might work before I have to reload to before this happened or reset the game. I'm going to go back to Tundra Homestead and try to use a crafting station. Sometimes there can be a few simple answers. Sometimes jumping can get you unstuck. Sometimes using a crafting station can get you unstuck. And sometimes they don't work. Oh wow, I am really...
You take my breath away when you do.
Wow, I am ascending.
I mean, it's always amazing to watch you do that, Dragonborn.
Right? That was... not something I should be doing. Okay, let me try... Oh. Alright, well that didn't work. I had adventures in bugging and then the game crashed and then we came back.
It's actually quite beautiful here.
Anticipate dragon. It says we're in... Wow, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Hey guys.
Your lips look cold. Should I warm them up a bit?
That sounds awesome. Yeah, you know, and he doesn't have a horse, and that makes me sad. He's just booking after us, and I don't blame him for the attack. I mostly spend this time feeling sorry for him. Oh, beautiful flowers.
Is someone there?
Yes, this is the place. Be cautious.
So, this content for some, you know, the makers of Legacy of the Dragonborn have a real inflated sense of how challenging they want something to be. These guys are like in their 40s. And it's possible for you to get this quest very early on, where you know, it's based on how many relics you have. So if you've been doing a lot of gathering, you're going to reach this point of the quest and it's going to be impossible. So I believe they have lowered some of the difficulty.
Damn, I'm glad I did.
At least I think I read that in the patch notes. But this section of the quest has a lot of guys and a lot of very high level guys. And you can see my mod, it says Alakir Brigand Leader level 50. Yeah, you know, if you don't have a mod telling you how high these guys are, you might be, you know, more willing to do this. Read note from Jalal. But yeah, and I know in one of the later ones, one of the major bosses is like 90, so you can go through this whole thing and get there and literally be unable to touch it at all in any way.
I'm pretty sure I woke up saying your name this morning.
Be careful. I think they have nerfed some of it after feedback
left me smiling.
With this version of it, but they just make it really unnecessarily hard in several places. That just makes it not fun. Once you manage to get out of solitude with the hall, make sure you find the deepest, darkest hole you can to keep it in until things die down. We'll make our way to Engelman's Rest and get some of the loot moving over the mountains right away for home. There is so much of it, we can't possibly hope to move it all at once, so I will be here for a time. Jalal. I found this note
Oh, good. Yes, Engelmann's Rest. I know where that is. Jalal? Jalal himself is here? That isn't good.
Who is Jalal?
Jalal is the leader of the group of brigands I was with. And if he's here, we can be sure that Engelmann's Rest will be anything but hospitable. But by the sound of it, they already have a caravan bound for Hammerfell with some of the artifacts. We should move quickly to the pass near Falkreath before they make it out of Skyrim.
Falkreath.
Then we can double back to Engelmann's Rest.
See, we all say
I'll
words
scout
wrong.
ahead and meet you there.
No shade on this voice actor, he's great. So how did they manage to get in and overtake you?
Well, let me think a moment. I'm still in a bit of a haze from the ordeal. I believe they came in separately throughout the day and spread out across the entire museum. They never really interacted during the day, and some of them even left, but apparently must have climbed to the balcony entrance and were let back in and then hid. Another must have laid low in the cellar or armory when we weren't looking. Eventually, all the other patrons left for the day, and it appeared that the last of them was walking out when they suddenly barred the front door. Before I could fully draw my sword, one of them appeared behind me and knocked me on the head. Everything started spinning, and I heard a yell and a sudden groan from Orien in the office. Someone shot him with a dart, laced with a sleeping draught. I saw several figures wandering about, but my vision was still pretty unclear. But they were only there for about 20 minutes or so, I'd say. Eventually, I regained my senses to find myself tied up in the main hall. But by that time, they were gone. The other guards, they weren't so lucky. I heard fighting in various halls, which quickly died down. Afterwards, I didn't find any of them left alive.
They cleared the entire place out in less than half an hour?
They always were quite efficient once a plan was in place. They aren't your typical smash and grab robbers.
How in blazes did they get everything out the front gate?
They didn't. After Orien came around, he untied me, and we quickly moved to investigate the situation. Orien says that they employed some forms of magic. Evidently, they had strong feather enchantments, and moved large amounts at a time up through the Hall of Heroes' upper balcony, and around the back patio of the safe house, and used some levitation charms to toss the items over the railing, where they slowly fell to the water below, where some of the thieves were waiting to receive them and send them to a waiting cart on the shore. Since it was dark, they were able to slip around the building without drawing any attention.
Okay, I'm not going to add him to my Nether followers framework. I'm assuming he's got vanilla scripting, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to, he's not going to be a Nether follower.
You know I love the view from back here, but I wouldn't mind if you turned around and let me see that beautiful smile of yours too sometimes, eh?
Alright, we need to go to Falkreath for this, which I have not opened up. So we'll do that now.
Skyrim is a wild and fierce land.
Okay, where exactly? Oak Creek is that way. Alright, so yeah.
Is it just me, or is this place miserable as hell?
Did you see a dog out there?
No, some wolves, but no dogs.
Oh well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it. I guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider. Yes?
Hey,
Fancy
honey,
yourself
hi,
an alchemist,
ghost.
huh?
Can I pet
Never
you?
could get the hang of that.
No, let me see. I bet I could if I changed my mod. It's okay, Bo. I can pet a kitty. Yes, I can.
It's Fridas. Let's go round every tavern in Skyrim and drink our fill until Sundas, aye?
There we go. Hi, ghost.
How about a wager, love? Whichever of us gets the most killing shots today gets to call the shots tonight.
Okay, I thought that was a different tower. I ran straight into the quest. That's not very stealthy. Let's go up over here. Okay, Jalal is not following me, is not here, so let's wait an hour, see if he shows up. Good.
Good.
Oh, sorry.
They're still
Avram,
here.
not Jalal.
Camped out for the night by the looks of it. If we can move in quickly, we can take them by surprise.
No, let's draw them out and pick them off. Ranged attack.
Yes, that is smart. No telling what they have at the camp. I'm with you.
So on higher difficulty, this is a very tough fight. I'm not sure how much they've nerfed it. It should be pretty easy for us this time around. I just want to spare the horses. Sometimes the horses get attacked and that makes me sad. It wasn't very stealthy.
Get lost.
They're not here. Okay, getting out of stealth. You guys. Where are my companions and where are the bad guys? Okay, they're down here now.
You really don't want to fuck with me!
Probably with my unstealthy approach. Ran after us. Yeah, see, Kaidan's down, and that doesn't happen often. Come on, guys. Up. I'm sorry.
You are dead! take you! It's nothing! Hell yeah!
Shit happens.
Wow, I didn't get a single shot off. Ugh. I'm sorry. They're usually a lot more. They're probably dead, strewn about the countryside. At least the horses are safe. Okay, Jalal, Avram can bug out a lot, so I usually save before quest objectives. I have gotten stuck on this quest quite a few times.
Excellent. That should account for the majority of the stolen artifacts. Whatever is left is surely at Engelman's Rest. I'll mark it on your map.
What can we expect in there?
Well, it's an old Nordic ruin, so it likely will come with its own hazards. But if Jalal himself is there, we can be certain he'll be ready. Jalal is renowned for his use of effective ambushes, so be careful as we navigate through the ruin. I'll try to bring up the rear, and warn you if I see anything out of the ordinary. He may have employed a few traps as well too, so be careful.
Alright. On to Engelman's Rest. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleha loves apple pies.